My allergies are kicking my ass, y'all. Oh my God, my allergies are so bad right now. Hey. Hi. Hi. We're going on with the Hungry Medium in a minute. My allergies are on like 75. Like my eyes are itching and I'm sneezing. I'm not sick. I'm just, it's been rainy all day. The weather's been kind of all over the place. So if you see me lean over, it's because I'm sneezing. Like that. I took an allergy pill though, so I hope I'll be okay. But it's been like this all day long. But I feel good. I just have the worst allergies. Some of you guys are already over there on Patreon. We have class. Thank you, Just Marla. We're gonna have our little class, our little meetup tonight, which I'm super excited about. Whew.
Y'all having a meetup tonight?
Yeah, on Patreon we're talking about spirit stuff.
I'm gonna come get some Patreon tips because I'm gonna come on Patreon.
I want you to, and I was going to ask you about this, not in front of the people, but we're all fam, whatever. I wanted to know if you had any interest in having like a regular course or a class or something.
Yes.
Okay, great.
I already started my Patreon page. You tell me how to do it. Cause
I'm new to it too.
I'm coming up with all kinds of ideas. I'm gonna do a live stream. I'm gonna transition this. I didn't want to talk about
over there
first, but I'm gonna.
Well, you brought it up.
Yeah. Over there. That's what I'm gonna do. I've already set it up. I got the tier: $10 a month, $10 a month, $10 a month.
Okay.
And I'll do workshops. I'll come on your show. You'll come on and there's a way to
stream. I'll do this.
Look, Just Marla said, we told her, yes, they be telling me how to run my business, girl.
You kind of have to. I mean, you really do. Because the point is,
and people on here telling you what to do. Who did I say I look fly?
You do. You're serving looks today.
Hey.
I'm over here sneezing and I'm not sick, y'all. It's just my allergies are really.
You gotta take something natural for allergies. Oh, do you do oregano oil?
Yes, I live by it. However, I can't use a lot of it because I can only get it in the States. And so when people come, they bring it to me. I like it though.
It's mad spicy. My friend was like, oh, you just put a couple of drops on your tongue. Girl.
I put it under my tongue.
Girl, that shit is hot. And I like hot things, but this is, thank you, Just Marla. This is hot, y'all.
It is. I like it though. I do. It doesn't bother me.
I'm gonna put a couple of drops in my food.
Yeah, it's good. It's super good for you. I use it, but I can't, like I said, I can't use a whole lot of it. So I had a clearing today. I had a spiritual clearing today.
What's that mean?
I went to someone who is, she can see spirits, like you, but she can see them. And I go to her once a month, once every 6 weeks or so, just to kind of check in, because doing this work, we're contacting and speaking to people that we don't know. And I am not playing with my protection. I am so serious about protection.
That's one of the first things I asked you about when we met.
Yeah. I am very serious about protection. For you guys just coming on, this is whenever we feel like it's semi-regular meeting
The
of
Reading Chronicles.
the Reader's Chronicles, but it's on my channel today. And so I'm just like, talking about stuff that I do to protect myself because I'm sensitive to everything. Everything. And you know what started happening?
Stop going outside?
Well, I mean, I don't a whole lot anyway, but I don't. No, I started, I find that I've always been sensitive to energy, but like the nervous energy of people that like, that antsy, that I can feel it way more than I used to.
Vampire.
Yeah.
And it's not that they mean to be. It's not these people, it's something attached to them that's not right. It's not their fault. They're not purposefully doing this.
No.
But I have. They can't help themselves.
No, they can't. They're carriers of things. They carry things. So I was like, I have always been sensitive to it, but I realized that lately, probably within the last couple of weeks, I've become more sensitive to it.
Yeah.
And it's on and there's a certain energy signature to certain people that I'm like, oh no, I don't care what they're presenting like. I don't care what.
It can feel very diabolical.
Yes, it can. And it's like, I mean, I'm doing this because I don't have any words for it. It's like this unnerved, overactive, pushy.
It's anonymous. You know what I mean by anonymous?
I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No, you tell me what you're thinking.
I'm thinking people who aren't rooted in what we're rooted in. Yes.
But also think about whether you can identify a soul there.
No. Nope, they're walking.
We're already anonymous here, right? We're already anonymous. We don't really know anybody here, right? Yeah. I've never met you, but I can feel you.
Yeah.
Through the screen. Some of these people you can't feel. And that's what I mean by anonymous.
I got
I literally can't feel anything. You ever get people in your room and you're like, why
is anybody in here?
It feels like a Russian bot. I get people like that all the time. All the time. I be like, really? I'm like, I feel it's like a Feds energy, CIA energy.
Empty seaters. Yeah. Yeah. And then the opposite, like you said, are the vampires who only exist to feed and to take.
You're right. Those are the ones that can't help themselves. At least with
they
the
really
other
can't.
Ones, that's on purpose. The other ones on purpose. They are purposely coming on here to infiltrate, spy, throw negative energy into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Intentional. But then there are others who is like,
they're not there.
They're not even
there's nothing in there.
They're not even there.
Yeah. It's very real. And I got more sensitivity to it. And I just was like, oh, I feel something. I need to, so every month. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Every month, every 6 weeks or so, I start to feeling a little like something ain't quite. Let me get some,
I can see that, girl, if I was doing it the way you was doing it.
Yeah, I read for a lot of people.
They would have to knock on my door and be like, hello, cat, you okay in there?
Yeah, this past Monday.
Yeah, they have to send people for me.
I don't know if you saw, but this past Monday, I kind of had a breakthrough. Okay, I think I left it up. I heard postpartum, you just had a baby. I heard postpartum depression. I heard you just lost your job. Like I heard, like I didn't used to, but that's starting to come
So
in
it's
now.
changing. It's
Yeah,
changing.
yeah,
That
it
happens
is.
sometimes, you know? And let me tell you what my theory is on that. Because you know, I keep saying we don't hear anything, we don't see anything, we just feel it. Well, that is primarily true. I'm not saying every once in a while I don't get what my godmother likes to call a drive-by.
Yeah, when it's like
A
serious.
drive-by, or one of your guides decides to break through the noise and be heard. Because some of us walk with a lot, right? Or a lot of them. And some of them just chill. They mean to cut like this. Good, good, good. She good. Then something pops off and they be like, wait, 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 wait.
Yeah,
Right?
this was important. I think it was because of the person. It was like she needs to be affirmed. Like she needs someone to say, this is postpartum, you're ready for something different. And I don't ever remember reads, right? But I remember it because that was a change for me.
Yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, whoa, like I was just as surprised as
And what
they
did
were. And
she
I
say?
thought,
What did she
she
say?
said that it was dead on the head, like hit it, like,
Girl, ain't nothing like that. Do you still, I mean, I literally still get shocked and surprised. I
me
mean,
too.
I don't know how long that's going to happen, but like my aunt is smooth operator. My aunt that lives in Charleston, South Carolina, she's 90-something years old. She's old and she's a big Christian now, but she's always been a smooth operator. She'd be like, let me tell you something. So and so, Geechee now, and blah, blah, blah,
Ah.
blah, 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 blah. And her eyes do like this. She go, and then you're gonna do this and that. And she starts preaching. And she not surprised when the shit be like, yo, remember what you told me? And then I was like, but I
She's like,
told you.
yeah, I told you.
I don't know if I'll ever
Duh.
be like her. If I'm ever
I'm
like
not like
her,
that. I'm
I don't know.
surprised.
I'm surprised
But
all the
like,
time.
I
But
don't
it's
want you
good
guys
because
that are
we're young.
listening. I don't want you guys listening to think that like we don't have faith in our ability because we do. Like that's why we do this.
Right.
But I think it's indicative of the fact that we don't have ego and we're hearing the message when you do. Okay? So you don't want ego.
No. If you have ego, we'd be evangelicals like Jim Jones, Reverend
Boom.
Ike. What's the
Yes.
other one from Father Divine? Who I
You
believe
don't want
all
ego.
had something, maybe not Jim Jones, but they decided to take it. Louis Farrakhan.
Yes. Yes. Can we pause there for a second?
Okay, I'll try.
Farrakhan, I would comfortably say, definitely has gifts.
Oh
He
yeah.
definitely has gifts.
Oh yeah.
And he uses it. I feel that he's used it to build his own empire. I don't really
Right.
feel like he's that concerned about like what goes on outside of that empire. It's like even when he gives his speeches, he's negotiating with the powers that be for him. And he uses his gifts for that exclusively. And I'm
People,
sorry y'all get mad at me, but hey.
but you know what you're saying is not necessarily. I don't know if you're saying that in a good or bad way. I can't. Could anybody tell if she was pro or anti Farrakhan from that statement? I certainly
No.
did not, and I like that because it's the yin and yang, right? It's the yin
I'm a
and yang.
diplomat.
But not only that, it's like we're not all roses and halos, and
Yeah.
I think that people think that readers think about. I'd like to think about readers like doctors who
Oh.
smoke cigarettes.
Oh no.
It's true. You know they say physician heal thyself. We don't walk around perfect. We know what we're supposed to be
No.
doing. Do we do it? Hell fucking no. If we did it, I'd be on a hill in the Himalayan mountains if I listened to everything they said.
I remember did you go through a period where that's what you wanted to do? Because I remember going through a period where I
Oh, I
was
still
like,
do. I still do.
I should just go. I would really, and sometimes
Yes.
it feels like that would actually make me really happy
Oh, I think
to
about it all
just,
the time, but not in the same way because I still like my TV shows and my movies. And I haven't watched a television show. I haven't watched television in a long time. But it's just to say that I do want to be able to reach out and talk to a friend every once in a while. I'm nosy. I'm too nosy to be
maybe my tissue
completely
out of my bag.
isolated. You know what I mean? I'm too nosy to be
I'm not.
completely. Well, look at where
I
you
think I
live.
could be alone. I know. I mean, this is as close to it as I can get, and I
Oh
realize I've pushed it as
yeah.
far as I could get.
I know that when I get older, as I get older, I would like to live. I mean, I do love my solitude, though. I do love my solitude. I know this is
You're like,
this is
yes.
a curse for so many people, but these motherfuckers said, "Stay in your house. Don't leave your house unless you have to."
And
I'm
you're
like,
like,
when are they gonna tell me something I don't want to hear? I haven't heard anything I don't want to hear yet. I be telling people, yeah, I haven't left my house. I left my house 4 times since March. People are looking at me like,
what?
I like it.
Or they're like, oh, you're a hero. No, it's true, but
I
I've
like
noticed
it.
that when I do go out, I am way more sensitive because I've been spending so much time in my own energy and in the energy of like my close family. When I
So
go
tell me
out, I'm
about the
like,
clearing.
oh,
Tell me about this
oh,
clearing. Can you talk about it?
yeah. I mean, I'll share what I can. She sees spirits. That's what she does, and she also clears and banishes if it's like something serious.
Okay.
She doesn't know anything about our tradition,
She
so
black or
I
white?
would tell. She's white. She was referred to me, and I was like, I don't want to go to a white woman. I'm being honest, y'all. I didn't, especially in my inner, like in that area. No,
That's why
because I'm
I
like
asked.
they. Yeah, no, because they tend to. At least my gut has always said that allowing them in that space allows them to get access to energy and vampire in a very intimate way, and I wasn't willing to do that. But she was highly referred to me by this Tamil Indian woman who I
Okay.
trust. And she
Okay.
was like, no, you need to go to her. So I went to her, and she's probably the only white woman that I've ever done any type of spiritual work with that didn't have that frenetic, energy. Like she doesn't have that at all. And I was checking.
You mean
So
even knowing she might be a toker?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Like I didn't get that from her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she does what she does, and she's very low key. Like she's a Pisces. Like she's very like, this is what I
Yeah.
do, this is what I don't do,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So she looked, and she gave me some really interesting info. And like I said, she doesn't know anything about our tradition. She knows nothing about Ifa. And she was like, you have a very large spiritual family, but they're all from the cradle of civilization. Like they're old, old. And I told you, my godfather told me that I have a very old egg bay, like creators, right? Like old,
Mm-hmm.
old.
Mm-hmm.
She don't know that that's what she was describing.
Right.
And she was telling me about, because I had questions. I had this candle thing in my room where my candle, I was blowing it out and it was still lit. Like I would come back in the room and it would be lit again. I was like, I never had anything like that before.
Like, I'll be right back.
I was terrified. I was so scared. So I asked her about that, and she was like, no, it's one of the people from your group way up in heaven that hangs out with you. And she's very maternal. And like, I've been doing little things to help, stabilize me and
Yeah.
protect me.
Yeah.
And she was like,
Yeah.
no, she's here. And she was letting you know. But then she realized that she scared you. So, I was like, yeah, I
Wow.
was that was unnerving. But she cleared some stuff because I'm sensitive and I things,
I want to
you
talk to
know,
her.
she's really good at, and she's very humble. She's very humble. She works with people that, do light work, that do work with spirit like we
I
do.
want to talk to her.
Because my godfather told me that a whole separate group of spirits work with people that do tarot. He said that it was not African, and so it's, because our tradition, they divine through cowrie shells and cola nuts. And he was like, that's not in our tradition, so those are other spirits. That's what I was told.
Yeah.
Which I get. Like, it's not of the pantheon.
Yeah.
But this person in my egg bay, well, she's either in my egg bay or she's a part of my igun, one of the two. She said she thinks she's blood, but she's native and she's from here. She's from this region.
Oh my God! That
Yeah.
freaked me the fuck out. Now wait, how did she tell you this?
She said she's very maternal and she's very present and she's protective of you. And this was her gift and she passed it on to you.
But how did she
And
tell
she's
you
native and she looks like you, but she's from this area. Like, this is where she's from. This is her area.
So
she's super comfortable here.
Did she say Costa Rica, or did she say she lives or is from where you are right now? How did she phrase it?
She said that she's from this area, that she's indigenous. She said you have an indigenous grandmother who had this gift. So she passed it on to you, and she's with you. And I was like, wow, that's wild. That's so crazy. Because, like, we work with spirit, and you don't always know where.
Well, they talk about your soul family. They talk about, in my tradition, you have the aegon of your bloodline, but then you have the little e, which we call our guides and protectors, right?
Yeah.
And it's a strange combination of who they are. You know what I mean?
Yes, because they're not all blood in Ifa. It's the egg bay, and they're not all blood. But your igun is your blood.
Yes. And so that every once in a while, though, we do things to help uplift your familial line that has gone by working with the ones that aren't. You know what I've come to realize, Marina? I just do what feels right. Because I feel like once you start putting dogma and rules and, it just limits us.
But this is why I consider myself a spiritualist. Yeah. Because I don't, I'm not like, I'm not going to talk to this woman because she doesn't know anything about my tradition. But she has a different set of gifts that I don't have.
Oh, please.
And,
if you didn't give me a tarot reading, it would not have assisted me in what I needed to do with my religious tradition.
Yeah.
These things are all divinations and systems that help you on your path.
I agree.
Even the fact that we have a Christian background.
Absolutely. It was necessary.
To appreciate the breath. I can't read because my comments have stopped scrolling, so it's probably for the best. But it has helped me with the breath of expansion.
Absolutely. So, I go with what feels right. I'm weird. I can't say what's wrong. I can just feel when something ain't right. You know what I mean? And then I go, who should I talk to about this? And then I start thinking about it. And then the person who might know the person, it happened with you. You shared someone that I needed to talk to because I knew that you were the right conduit for that. I really go with my intuition on that because I know that my ancestors, that my egg bay, that my guides, that my angels want what's best for me, and they want me to feel safe and protected, especially doing this work. And so I really have to rely on my intuition to do that. And whatever scope someone is working in that can help me do that. So yeah, until I learn how to do this, she's like, she gave me some info on some classes about some deeper things. And she's like, whenever you're ready to start. So
Girl,
I
don't
may
leave me
start doing
behind.
some.
Don't leave me behind, Marina.
No, we'll talk about it, but I don't know if you want to, do
Listen, the only
removals and
thing
stuff like
I'm
that.
not going say what?
I don't know if you're interested in doing removals.
Listen,
You have all that Scorpio though, so
I'm interested. I'm open. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because the only thing I probably could not do is walk over hot coals. And have you walked over hot coals?
No,
You seem like the type that would do that though.
I would though.
I know you would. You had your whatchamacallit pierced your tongue. So
Yeah, I would do that. I would walk over hot coals. You're
and I'm
absolutely
not
right.
going in a hot tent lodge.
I would do that too. And I would
I
lay on
can't
a bed of
breathe.
nails if I had to. I would. I would, because I think I can do it and I'd be fine. I don't feel like anything would happen to me.
Can you do headstands?
I used to. I haven't tried in a long time, but I
The
used to be able to.
the headstands are adventurous. That's your test, everybody. If you could do a headstand, you could do anything. So no, I'm not doing those things. Anything that is involved pain and me having to not think about the pain, not happening.
Okay. Well, no, she's not saying you have to do anything like that, but like there's some classes. We'll talk about it.
Yes, please. I need to know
Doing
everything.
removals.
I'm ready on the next level. Next level.
So let me ask you something. Have you ever read for somebody where you felt like there was an entity or an energy on them?
Listen, I had somebody who was reading me that I wanted to get the fuck out of my house.
What? Recently?
No, years ago.
What do you mean reading you? What?
I told you that I could literally I'm trying to think who spiritually have read me outside of our spiritual tables that we do.
Excuse
I'm
me,
talking
guys.
about
It's my allergies.
one-on-one,
Mm-hmm.
one-on-one spiritual reading. In my 53 years of life, I've had maybe 3. You might have been number 3.
Wow. Wow.
The number 2. Now I'm not talking about other kind of readings. I'm talking about straight up spirit.
Yeah.
You might be number 2 or number 3.
Okay.
Let's just say you're number 3.
Okay.
Number 2 is someone who came to my house.
Story time. What happened?
It was supposed to be like
who is this person?
Oh no, you'll never get that out of me, darling.
Okay. I mean, not like
might
specifically.
Even be on here. I can't even see who's on here. I don't give a shit. It was supposed, readings are like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And it's somebody I knew, and they were reading me, and they were going on and on until they started almost getting possessed in my house.
Oh, girl. Oh, no. No.
I couldn't get them out of my house.
That's insane.
Rule number 1, I know this sounds like a weird rule, but don't get red in your house. If you're doing a one-on-one, this person was in my house.
Were they telling you the truth?
Not really. It was like random shit that wasn't important kind of stuff. But there was some useful stuff early on, and then something just took them over. Like they couldn't stop like hurling random comments. And they weren't like hurtful comments, just random shit.
But you could feel that they were being taken over. Oh, God. Nope.
Absolutely.
Nope.
Fast forward 3 or 4 hours later.
How did you get them out? Like, what did you do? You just sat there?
I don't even remember.
Oh, that's terrifying. That's terrifying.
Thank goodness it was someone that I knew. But I think that they're going back to the people who want to do this, but don't really have the regimented focus. Like they have the skill, but they don't have the ability to clean and filter and work and develop in a certain way.
Let's because that I want to develop that, and that goes to me having this clearing, right? When you have certain abilities, just like with everything else, like let's say you're a basketball player, right? And you're a professional basketball player, and you're doing all these amazing things with your body. Guess what? They tend to have joint issues. They need extra attention for things. They're doing all this because they have to support their bodies for the kind of use, right? If you choose to, or you're called to do spiritual work, you really have to be just as committed to taking care of your joints, taking care of your aura, taking care of all of that. Really. Otherwise, you will just be an open door to any and everything that will just walk in and have their way with you. Yep. Which I did that video about. It's this thing, this New Age to Jesus thing that's going on YouTube, and I did a video about it, and it's like these are people who get a little bit of results. They start doing witchcraft, they start messing with tarot cards, they start doing these things, and they don't have any consideration at all about how to protect themselves or what to look out for.
What's New Age to Jesus?
New Age to Jesus is this weird kind of trend on YouTube with all these people who, are talking about how they threw all of their crystals away and they don't do tarot anymore. And these are people who build up very large platforms, mind you, making thousands and thousands of dollars on this. And then they get overwhelmed, or they start getting scared because they're open doors for everything. And then they shun it and go, I'm going back to the church. I'm going back to Jesus. They throw their tarot in the garbage.
They left New Age and are now.
Yeah, and they're calling, being spiritual New Age. And I did this video on YouTube about it. And I'm like, number one, none of what that is even New Age. It's not new. You're going back to ancient practices, first of all. Jesus is new, first of all, okay? Jesus is new. Jesus is... And also, you left Jesus in the first place because you weren't doing the work. You weren't putting in the effort to really learn.
Before the New Age.
Yeah, most of them were. Most of them were, because that's the predominant, religion amongst our people, especially. So I'm like, you weren't. People? Most of them are black women. Yes.
Goodbye. I was imagining Tammy Faye and.
No, there's a lot of black people.
Do I know
black
any
women?
Of them?
No, because they're not on Instagram. Well, I mean, they might be, but I know them from YouTube.
What?
Yeah, and it's really sad because I'm like, you've empowered yourself. You're utilizing your gift. You're helping people on their path. And then you get scared and you start talking about how, and I'm like, listen, you had problems when you left the church. You're the problem. It's you. It's not the system. It's you. And you are more comfortable with being controlled and having your power removed from you. Then do that shit quietly. Don't get on here talking about how, it's the devil. Everything's the devil. You know how that is. Everything's the devil. Everything not. The crystals are the devil.
Because it goes to show that the programming at the onset was so super powerful.
Yes.
And let me tell you, you've been there. I've been there. But you know one thing about when I was there? I think I told you that before. I wasn't really like, I still loved this aspect because I lived in both worlds.
Yeah.
But what I loved about the church was always the community, like, my fellow, young people that would go, and then the music. That was it.
Oh, somebody said Famous Blue. Yeah, more and more people getting
What's
on
their name?
YouTube.
Famous Blue?
I know the person, A Minute with Mila. This other girl named Pretty Boss. She had like 300,000 followers. She was doing classes. This woman
And
was
then she
making,
went back to Jesus.
and she, you know what she said? This isn't even a joke. I'll send you the link.
Girl, I
She
don't even
literally
know.
said that demons were raping her in her sleep, like crazy stuff. She said that essential oils were demonic, that crystals are demonic. I was like, ma'am,
Now, the demons raping her in her sleep is a thing.
I know it is.
It's a
But she
thing.
said that happened when she was younger. I'm like, you were a Christian at that time. You can't assign that to your practices after. And that means that you are in touch with and have an ability to see beings or interact with beings at that low frequency. Don't blame that on the crystals or on tarot.
You
That
are
has to do with
right. You are
you.
right. And she didn't know. And this is what we were talking about. This comes full circle with
Full
what we were talking about.
circle.
Not knowing how to protect yourself, because we have stories. That's why I always recommend to people, what's under your bed. I'm not in denial
Salt.
of bad spirits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me
But
either.
there's
Yeah.
way to protect yourself. By that, raping in the bed is a thing. And I forgot what they call it, but one of the remedies we talk
Yes,
about
Marla, they
is
are.
camphor. Camphor. Put camphor under your
Camphor.
bed. Camphor blocks under your bed. You gotta clean. Remember, I keep talking about the spiritual cleaning of your house. You can't just be like, especially people with 300,000 fucking followers. And we were just talking about the people that come into our
Interaction.
rooms.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
But there's
oh,
no
that's,
personal, just like
oh yeah.
Eric said, personal accountability. You can't just be playing with stuff. And listen, when you're talking about the unseen world, we are overwhelmed by the 3D. We're talking about 4 and 5 and 9D and like beings of all, and you're up here scared, and then you go, oh well, I'm just gonna run back to Jesus. I'm like, ma'am, you don't even know that who came to you in your dream was Jesus. If you're that porous, if your aura is that porous, and you're that accessible, you don't even know who you're talking to. Like, what do you, huh? Huh?
Incubus. That's what it called. Incubus.
Yes, for the males, and the females are succubus.
Succubus. That's real. And you talking about if
But to
I
be so
turned around at this
aggressive,
moment and went back to church. This is the thing. If you are totally indoctrinated and then you do this thing, something's not right. Like
absolutely.
you're a PK, but you still weren't indoctrinated.
No, I
That
wasn't.
word indoctrinated says it all.
And another thing too is, I'll be totally honest, none of these people that are doing this now, I ever fully trusted. Something about them just did not resonate with me. I was like, you're phony. And there's some people who and I'm not even saying that they are, maybe I just don't resonate with them. But there's somebody who, and I'm going to say it because I don't really think that there's anything ill about this person. It's just something that doesn't resonate with me. Pretty Boss I always thought was a scammer, period. But there's a person who I want to like, who I don't understand why I don't resonate with. Queen Afua.
Oh, I don't know much about her.
She's
I
been
was
around
talking
for a
about her
million
today.
years.
Where was I talking about Queen Afua today?
There's something.
Oh, it wasn't today. It was yesterday.
You mentioned it one time on here because she was doing a cleanse. Like, she's been a vegan forever. Her sons are doing a lot. I don't feel any ill will towards this. She's an elder in our community. She's helped heal tons of women.
Yeah.
I've tried to buy her books, and I've just been like, I've tried to listen to her
What do you
give
mean you
speeches and
tried?
lectures.
You're not able to? Something
I
could.
went to start, and I was like, nah,
Oh, that's so weird.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any. I just know she's old school
Yes,
and she's been around for a long time. What happened
she
to
was in Beyonce's Black is King. Like, this woman is
she
like one of the
was?
originate. Yeah, she's one of the originators of like anti-vax and
Well, Erica Badu is a
vegan.
big follower of hers.
Maybe
Erica
it's because they're on
Badu.
the same frequency, and I just can't.
Oh, damn. Why does Erica Badu always come up every time we talk? God damn it. I just realized. I said, well, she and Erica Badu. And then I looked up. I said, oh, Lord, Ekateria. Yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, next topic.
Yes, Mari, I don't have no personal issue with her. I have much respect for her, but she just doesn't resonate with me, and I don't know why. And I don't even try to force it anymore.
And you
But
know
when I was
what?
in my
That's
20s,
okay.
I did.
But maybe that's why, because of what I just told you.
Yeah,
That you knew
that might
already.
be.
You knew that already.
I guess. I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. But I'm speaking to, and I brought this up to say
Yeah.
that some people just don't resonate with you. So you got to go with your intuition when you're looking for someone to read for you, when you're looking for a diviner, when you're looking for
Yeah.
someone to do any spiritual work. You really have to trust your gut. You have to. Because if you force it, you may not get the information that's going to be for your best good.
And you shouldn't go for
Oh,
celebrity. Celebrity. I mean, in any aspect, tarot, astrology. I mean, I'm not saying celebrities don't have it. You know, the celebrity readers and stuff don't have it. But you also want accessibility.
true. True. And I
I
steer
mean,
clear of
people
people
with
that tell me what to do.
waiting lists are good, I'm sure. But you know what I don't like? And this doesn't have anything to do with spiritual or anything. This has to do with a general practice of creating false demand.
Woo! I don't do that. Okay.
I don't do that.
But people do.
Unless I'm throwing a party. Not like my party promoter days, event promoter days. You know, you act like, yeah, there's the waiting list, so da 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 da. No, but I've seen it happen in business, just in business. And I'm like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, creating scarcity about helping people spiritually. Facts.
Now, there's one thing if you're saying, well, I can only handle a number of souls. But if you're just making that shit up.
Big facts. No, you're absolutely right.
You know what I mean? The fake.
Totally. Yeah. 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 You know, you get that option on your calendar. The calendar will ask you, they'll be like, do you want us to block out
Oh, no.
50% of it
You
to
know me. I only do my private practice on the weekend. On the weekend, between the hours of this and this. Right?
that's it.
Between the hours of this and this. And then you will know about this, Marina. My friend Pam put me onto the Void of Course. You know about Void of Course?
No.
Okay, I need you to look it up for me because I don't understand it either, but I'm probably going to tell it to you the wrong way. But here's how it goes.
The void of
Of
course.
course. Right. And it's 3 words. Void of course. It's about the alignment of how the moon is aligned with the planets, right? But then there are times when the moon is not doing anything, like it's almost sits in high. And then during those times, there's no communication between the planets and the moon. So you don't want to do things when the moon is off of
Ooh.
course. I feel like they want to say off course, but it's of course. So there, you can Google void of course. And a lot of people don't do business of any kind during these periods. It's like hours in a day. Like on a Sunday, between these hours, you shouldn't do anything where you want a decision to be made.
Okay. So I follow astrology. I'm a student of astrology. I think it's very, very important. I think there is a point, which we will have to talk about separately, because I don't want to tell nobody nothing that that they're not ready for. But there is a point where astrology, tarot, and other spiritual practices meet. They do. And I found, because I don't know if there's a name for it, I have a natural knowing of the course of the moon and what the moon is doing and what the other planets are doing. Like, I'll just feel like today's not an auspicious day to do whatever thing.
Yes.
And then I'll look, and the people are saying, nah, today and the next 2 days, da, da, da. It's just something innate.
Yeah.
But there is a point when you get into very high magic, and the higher magics are ruled 1,000% by astrology, like 1,000%.
I believe that. This is why people don't open their businesses on the Asian community. Honey, the Asian
They're all about it.
corporations, they were like, my astrology.
Yeah, and they don't give a. Well, they knew that that these floods were going to happen in China.
You mean the pandemics?
No, the floods, the Three Gorges flood that's happening in China right now.
I
Do you
don't
know about that?
I don't watch.
Girl, you got it. This is important to everybody listening. You have to. What's going on? To this. They lost almost all of their crops this year because the Three Gorges dam flooded. China is flooded. They are buying all of the grain, all the rice, all the food on the global market right now. So they're going to, are you snapping at me? Oh, they're going to be, I'm like,
who's that, Pie?
Yeah, in the corner in the dark.
Little self talking about you snapping
at me. No, you snapped all hard. I was like, but anyway, so China knew that this was coming. That's why they made all those strategic agreements in Africa, in the Middle East, with Afghanistan. Like, they've been doing, because they knew what was coming. There will be food shortages next year. It's gonna happen.
Girl,
I'm telling you, it's not a conspiracy, it's facts.
Well, I love conspiracies.
I know, but this is like facts. Like, it's fact. And the conspiracy is in how they knew. And I think they knew because they follow ancient. They have documents from the cycles going back thousands of years, just like India does. But guess who's new on the block? Americans.
Guess who follows their farmer's almanac? Guess who follows it for other things besides, when should I plan my wedding? I'm going to look in the farmer's almanac.
Yeah, it goes way deeper than that.
Real. They were like, this farmer's almanac said it won't rain on May 23rd, honey. Let's get married that day.
Yeah, it can be used for way more than that.
We about to get a flood.
We need to buy all the food. Yeah, they knew. When you read it, when you look it up, you're going to message me like, are you serious? It's so bad. Because remember, there was the locust in East Africa, right?
No.
You heard about that?
No.
The locusts hit Africa, decimated.
I'm pure.
Decimated everything. And now they're in China on top of the rain and shit. It's crazy.
Is this anything to do with the What is a killer something? What is it called? Anybody out there know? Because I can't see the comments. Tell me, Marina. It's these it's like mosquitoes, but it's not wasps. It's the killer. Come on, y'all. Is anybody writing it?
Nobody said it yet. No.
Killer. You call them locusts, but over here we're calling them the killer something. I can't remember.
Hornets?
Yes, the killer.
Somebody said hornet.
Murder
No, it's not
hornet.
the same thing. It's not the same thing. These are actual locusts, like in the Bible, locusts that eat all your food.
They wasn't eating
clouds
the
of them.
Were they eating the people?
They don't eat people, but they eat all the food. And then there's hornets. Please look up the 2020. You could Google it right now.
The murder hornets.
Murder hornets was, yeah, they brought that up. But they're not the same thing. We're talking about locusts.
That's some biblical revelation shit.
And they knew because they were following ancient astrology. This has been known. This is all of this is known. It's not news. It's news to us, but it's not news. And then you want to get on my page talking about.
You know why it's news? It's news to us because we don't have BBC International, and we don't have Al Jazeera.
I watch it.
We got Fox News and MSNBC and CNN.
Yeah, but you got to do the work.
Who all might be owned by the same people.
They are.
There's only 3 companies. I keep telling people 3 white men, 3 companies that run this world. And I cannot find that video on YouTube to save my life. Why did I not bookmark it?
You should screen record.
I got to find it.
You know, it's done on purpose. That's fine, you know, but I'm just telling y'all, it's not an accident. So, and this is information, and I'm not shading anybody. I'm being really serious, you guys. This is not information exclusive to spiritualists. This is the information that's exclusive to people that can tell the future. This is information. Astrology is ancient math. It's not woo-woo. It isn't. It's math.
It is.
Then, it's math.
It is. It is.
Yes, the Mayan and the Ethiopian calendar are connected. You're absolutely right.
What they say?
Somebody was saying, who said, wait, let me see. Dr. Lisa, yeah. She said, did you all know the connection between the Mayan and the Ethiopian calendars? According to those calendars, it's 2020. That's absolutely true. According to the Ethiopian calendar and the Mayan calendar, it is 2012, not 2020. And back when they decided to create the Roman calendar, this Gregorian calendar, they did it on purpose to distort our understanding of time.
Well, I had something to say about that. And I had something to say about that, and it deals with currency.
Boom, go ahead. So we got 7 minutes.
Okay, we all have different money across the fucking planet. We all have different money. But the commonality in all that money is the year. We're all using the year 2020 on our money. Check it out, y'all. If you look at, maybe not Ethiopia, but I'm talking about Russia, Asia, China, wherever. We all are using the same. Why is that? If they have a calendar, the Chinese calendar, the Chinese New Year, why is their money focused on? Because it's all about the global market of money and which money is the most valuable.
Yes.
And they run how look at years.
Yep.
How is that possible? This is a before Christ and an after Christ year that we are living in. AD, BC.
It was done on purpose.
Why are these other people that are not Christian or Christian societies using this Gregorian
calendar?
Why? That's it. It's a religious number. Christ.
And the days of the week. The days of the week are indicative of the planets. Saturday is Saturn Day.
Saturn Day. Sunday.
Lunes in
Is
Spanish is Monday,
Monday.
which is
But
Moon
Mercury
Day.
is Merculus. It's Wednesday, right?
Merculus is Wednesday. Yes.
Viernes
It's
is
right in
Venus.
front of our Venus Day, Friday. Oshun's Day is the 5th day of the week. Oshun's Day, Venus, Viernes, Friday.
What's
This is what
Tuesday?
it's all been. Lunas Martes.
Martes. That must be Mars.
Yes, it's Mars Day.
I never thought of this.
But it's right in our face.
It's in our
And they know
face.
that but we don't know. Lunas, Martes, Merculus, Jueves,
What's that?
Jupiter,
Ah,
Jueves,
Viernes,
Viernes, Venus, Sábado, and Domingo.
Sábado and Domingo. What's Domingo? That's the Spanish, but Sunday, sun.
Uh-huh.
And you
It's the
know,
sun and the moon.
the whole thing of Jesus' birthday is layered onto the pagan calendar. They were like, listen, these motherfuckers will not stop worshiping this fucking sun. So we're going to make that Jesus' birthday during the time of their solstice, their harvest.
Yeah. Yep.
And everybody like, oh, yeah, it's December. Yeah. No. The Three Kings did
That
not
don't
come
even
in
make any
December.
sense.
Do you want to come back? Do you want to come back?
I can't. I have to go to my Patreon.
Oh, I need you to go over there and see what
I'll
you're
give you the link. Yeah.
You send me the link?
I will send you the link. I can't go on again.
I won't say anything.
No. It's fine. It's fine. I would love for you to come on. And we're just going to do like a flow of thought. And I'm giving it at a very, like
how long
where you're
is
beginning.
It?
I don't know, probably 2 hours.
So do you stream live? You said 2 hours?
No, probably. It's a Zoom.
I'm not going to make it tonight. I literally wanted to chill and show people videos of vegan food that I found on the internet.
Ooh.
Once I discovered that little capability, I just want to sit there and scrutinize other people's quick vegan recipes.
A lot of people would be into that. That'll be good. I tried to do this last week, but my internet was funky. So this is my first time.
Through Patreon or separate?
What the link is through Patreon. That's the only way you can keep it exclusive to your patrons.
You got to tell me how to do all this shit.
I will, because people and like we're having this conversation in public forum. I hope you guys know I don't usually talk about these things in public forum. I don't. And giving people a safe space to ask questions and to express and talk about what they believe or what they've learned. It's an opportunity to really grow with the community. So that's why we create Patreon. And just Marla said it's on brand for the hungry medium.
Who said what?
Marla said it's on brand for the hungry medium. I don't talk about this stuff.
She knows all I do is sit and get advice from them. And some of it I follow because I feel like this is good business advice for everybody.
Yeah. Figuring out how to make it work.
Listen, let me tell how much time we got because I want to tell somebody something.
2 minutes.
I have something to say very quickly. Everybody should be making money off their gift.
Yes.
Everybody. I don't know if you know how to crochet. Make some money off of your gift. That doesn't make it the primary reason why you're doing it. It makes it